Alright guys, we're back. Late Age Man. The tournament. Having to deal with this fucking tree. Alright, let's see what happened this turn. Alright. This tree. You know, it wouldn't have been a problem too if I hadn't messed up. When I lost, like when I raided his cap, it wasn't a mess up. When I raided his cap, I lost a fair amount of wardens. And I had something else kind of careless where I lost a bunch of wardens. But, yeah, if I had more wardens for that when I finally went on top of, or when I was doing my heavy commitment again, I think we would have killed him. But that being said, what happened last turn, if you didn't watch it, go back and watch last episode, was complete bullshit. I went and talked to the player. He's like, yeah, Luck 3's been pretty nice to me. He got a lab. He did. He confirmed it. He got a lab from an event. And guys, I have to tell you, you have to, like, let's just do the, like the Drake equation for this, right? Take how many games, doesn't matter, where, like, the checkmate move requires somebody to not have a lab. Like, somebody has a pretender, and the whole winning move is based on that pretender not having access to a lab. How often does that happen? It barely ever happens in a game. Like, it's probably extremely rare. Like, most games probably go without it happening. Right? And so then you have to say, okay, so like, let's say it's the 1 in 10 games where that happens. And then you say, okay, well, it has to be the turn that is going to happen. You have to get an event for a lab. Right? And to get an event for a lab, maybe it happens if you have luck scales 5 or 6 times in a game. Right? And that's like an 80 turn game. So we'll say that's like, yeah, you know, we'll say it's like 16 or something times, or like 1 in 16. We'll call it 1 in 20, because when you're the size of him, it's not that often that you're gonna have that event. And then you have to say, well, what is the odds if you get it that it's going to happen in the one province you need it? And the other thing already factored in the turn frequency, right? So it's like 1 in 10, then it's like 1 in 20. I mean, like, yeah, 1 in 10 games have it. Like 1 in 20 times. Will it happen on the turn you need it? And then it's like 1 in 20 times. Well, I guess he had fewer provinces, but he would also have a correspondingly lower chance of having the event. You know, 1 in 20 times. It's... I think we're in the realm of, like... I think it may be higher, and maybe I'm doing the math wrong. I feel like teleporting your pretender away where there's a province where there isn't a lab, where if you can't defend your cap the next turn, or like teleport this next turn, you lose the game. The odds of that happening are at least 1 in 2,000. I mean, it's the most astronomically small thing, and it's horseshit. Anyway, he teleports his tree on top of... Oh, on the luck thing. He also doesn't have 1 soul contract, he has 2 soul contracts. Like, I can't remember the time I've ever gotten any soul contracts. I mean, I can, but like it is a rare thing. He has 2 this early? I mean, that is crazy lucky. This guy has gotten so lucky so many times. It's tilting. You know, like, he won that fight he shouldn't have won. That was 1 in 10, though. That is the minions. But that tree, getting that lab, that is not normal. That is the universe. That's bad karma on my part. That is the universe spiting me. Alright, so these guys are going to run. But that's what happens here. We lose a warden, unfortunately. We lose a couple more warden. We lose a lord warden. We lose a couple, you know, other wardens. A couple more dudes. This is the cost of doing business. We knew that might happen. But what that means is he teleported his dude onto a province without a lab again. Again. Right? Teleported without a lab. And we attacked onto Utgard. Which means he can no longer have his tree defend his capital. So we kill his PD dump. And this is what getting wrecked by late age man looks like. So we're now on top of his capital and he has his tree here. Now he also has Sethkona because he knows. Like, what's interesting about this player is that he's smart in lots of ways. Like, he has good scripting. He has a very good build. I like this build a lot. He has some cool ideas about the game. Scripting and stuff is pretty good. Interesting. He picked a strong nation. He knows Utgard's really strong. There's a lot of things I like about him. But his whole thing to like go into a berserker rage and run at me turn 5 and never ever Diplo ever, because that's the best way to play Dominions. Highly, highly questionable. Anyway, and then he's also luckier than God. He knows that he needs to have Sethkona here as magic dual distractors, because unless he gets another 1 in 2,000 plus roll of a lab automatically spawning the turn he takes a province with his god, unless that can happen again reliably, he's not going to be able to teleport. And if he can't teleport, that means I can cloud trap these dudes on him again and magic duel him. And he doesn't want that to happen, because he knows I was trying to do it. So he moved Sethkona here. Now, this is not going to be good for him, however, because we're going to kill him this turn. I think he's finally checkmate. Because this army is strong enough that whatever he has inside his fort is not going to be able to break out. And then we are going to go on this. Now, you might say, Lucid, why would you possibly ever run in to attack the tree? And the reason is because my wardens will kill this fucking tree. And I know you're like, but Lucid, you've lost so many wardens to the tree already. Yeah, but I haven't had enough wardens, right? So I finally have a critical mass of wardens. We're not going to have them shoot, and they're not going to go in at the same time as these guys when they run out of ammo. No, they're going to run in. They're going to be on hold and attack large. This seems to mostly work, where they don't kill a few things and then start shooting their crossbow. If they do, I may tilt. In fact, I probably need to test it a few more times. But I've tested it several times, and these guys appear to behave rationally, which means... we'll test it again. I'm going to pause and get it set up. All right, I got the test set up, and let's see what happens. I gave a pretty big PD note here. Oh no, they started shooting those fuckers. They've killed our mages. We didn't get any magic off either. Alright, we still killed him. That was a complete disaster, though. I'm going to pause. We're going to try it again. That was a huge disaster. We lost all of these guys. Okay, I've changed a few things. I added more of these guys because I think my army has more defender type dudes. And I moved these guys around so that my mages are less likely to get sniped. I don't think that's going to change the fundamental issue, which is these wardens deciding to shoot instead of attack. Even though, I have them scripted, if you look at them. Hold and attack. It's one of the things I don't like about wardens now. But it's also one of the things we're going to have to just deal with. One thing I didn't check in the last battle that I want to is if we actually got him feeble-minded, because one of the things I did here was I put on a bow of Beowulf. See if I got Wind Guide up. I did. These are still missing like champs. No shit, we actually killed him with just the arrows? It should be pretty high Dominion for Utgard. And he has most of these afflictions, just by chance, really. I think I might need to do Legions of Steel early, too. We haven't gotten him feeble-minded yet. I want to see where my dude is. I think this guy is. I don't know how much ammo he has. We've gotten him mute. But that's... I think I got it. Yeah, there goes feeble-minded. Okay, so feeble-minded did work too. He should have 20% regen. Okay. Now I want to show you what happens if he doesn't PD dump. We're going to do it again without the PD dump though. Alright, I think I've got it set up. Let's see. This should be without... Actually, it took a lot longer to set up than I thought. This should be without the PD. Or like with token PD. Let's see if we got him feeble-minded. It does not appear we did that time. Did I have a Lord Warden die? Did I fail to bring him? Well, one second, let's check again. No, I brought him. I think he died. So I probably need to position him a little further back. Anyway, but this totally acceptable loss is to kill his tree. So anyway, I think we've done it. I think he's complete. I have said this before. I mean, he could get another lab, but at this point, you know, the universe is going to start, you know, making giant whales fall out of the sky like the improbability drive or something. If that happens again. But he could teleport on me, but if he teleports, there's a decent chance he'll teleport here, and if he teleports here, he's dead. Because with this army, you should just kill him too. It's got the Shrink the Giants guy without it requiring a communion. This is a little janky because this guy requires a communion, but anyway. Yeah, the only thing, there's Dominion 10 in my test game, I could only get it up to 7, but I think he died so fast I'm not even really that worried about it. I do want to, if I can. I don't know what kind of... I do want to move these around a little bit, like... And this is the guy with the Beowulf bow. I think we're just going to put him a little bit behind. And we'll put these guys over here too. And you can see we have actually more, by a good margin, than we had in that other one. So anyway, hopefully we kill him. If not, I'm going to just uninstall the game. I'm going to be so frustrated. Okay, this guy should probably be back here. This guy should probably be back here. And... yeah, I mean, the other thing that could happen, like, he could magic duel my guys. That would be kind of weird for him to magic duel because he knows I'm trying to magic duel. I don't know. Anyway. Yeah, he could magic duel my Strength of Giants caster, and then maybe these guys don't get Strength of Gianted, and then maybe they don't quite kill him. I think with Spirit Curse and him getting even more afflicted and then feeble-minded, you know, I feel like it will still go off, but maybe if he does enough magic duel and he gets lucky, which I'm counting on him being lucky given everything that's happened, then he could disrupt anti-magic going off too, and it could be possible that if his dude and my guys, if he does a PD dump and all of that, then it's possible my guys fuck up firing so they don't charge in, and then he gets surrounded by this, and then we have a retreat, which would be very sad. But I've tested it a ton of times, and even when he does a PD dump, I haven't tried it with the magic duel, but I don't know. Every time I do it, he ends up getting wrecked. So we'll just have to see. And even if this happens, even if he wrecks me, I don't think it's really that bad. I mean, because most of our guys are probably just going to retreat. And it would suck, but I think what it would really mean is it's going to be a lot longer before I can take down your card. The other thing I've done is I've bid on all of the mercs. And I bid on them on his capital because we have a lot of siege strength or wall integrity to get through. So anyway, we're going to have to do that. And right now our siege strength is only 63, and he's probably got at least 80 siege defense inside. So we'll see what the message says, but I'm sure I'm just barely chipping at it. The walls are hardly damaged at all, yeah. So we're going to need a lot more. Hopefully the mercs help. We've got recruitment going on full steam, and I've turned over to getting Magisters, because I'm not thinking I need many more magic duelers, and these guys have pretty good siege strength bonus. Like if we look at a Magister, I've got one here who's going to start sieging. 16, so that's pretty good. So anyway, we'll get a bunch of them. I forget how much I researched for. 7. It's not super great. But yeah. The other thing I don't understand about Late Age Man is they have this guy who's a Mason, but they don't need a Mason. All their guys can build, like, this guy can just build the Citadel. So I don't really get that. I probably should ask. We caught a Vedheim scout here. I still need to claim this throne. I was actually thinking about making this guy my prophet. He could fly around, be kind of cool. He also probably die a lot. What is his strength? Oh, he doesn't have that. I need to figure out who I'm going to make my prophet. It would be... I don't really have anything coming up that would be... I mean, my vampire could be it, I guess. And my vampire in Friendly Dominion could be kind of gross. And he does fly with good map move. That'll prevent him from getting enslaved. Oh, he can seduce. Interesting. Population killer 10, that's just flavor. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we make him... Maybe we do make him a prophet, but then I'm not going to want to use him on the offense because he'll be more likely to get magic dueled. I don't know, I have to figure it out. Micklin, meanwhile, has a big army here, and apparently Micklin's dealing with Vedheim. Ulm was attacking Midgard, but it looks like he stopped or something. Anyway, we're going to see what happens. I think I'm kind of... I don't think I'm out of the game, but I don't think I can catch up with Ulm and Midgard now. Because Midgard is a really good player. I've played several games with him. Every game he does very well. And I've just had the worst go of it at the start. And he's just, I mean, taking 0 losses, killing Gath. I mean, the complete opposite of my situation, you know? And like Gath has a bunch of Icarite Sages, which don't do anything, you know? I don't know. Gath just completely crumpled. Oh, it's going to be a hard game, guys. It's going to be a really hard game. And I don't know. I like so many of the players here. Like, I like the Midgard player. He's fun to play with. I like the Ulm player. I've played with him several times. He's really good too. He's fun to play with. The Arco player is my first time playing with him, and the Vedheim player my first time playing with him. And I could have played with him before, but I can't remember it. The Micklin player, I've played with him before, I think, but not a ton. But we can see he's starting to get like a critical mass of sacreds, and he's got like a shit ton of Jaguar warriors and Rain warriors. That's scary. Oh, he's gonna come get this throne is what he's gonna do. He's gonna hit this and then take this underwater throne, that fucker. I can't stop him. I mean, this is his throne. There's nothing I can do. The nice thing about him getting this throne is I don't have to worry about him going after me, because he has nothing to get throne-wise from taking me. I think if I can kill him here, and then this army pushes up and takes Gath, that could be good. But I think this is the main way Ulm is going to attack, because it's Ulm. Oh, no. The Gath and Midgard. So, Ulm borders him on the left and the right. So maybe Ulm attacks him through Midgard and I attack through Gath. See, that could be good. I'll start that talk with with Ulm though once. I mean, we've already been talking, but we'll start getting into specifics once I kill this goddamn tree. Let's just do some final checks here. I want to make sure people are not overly vulnerable. And he doesn't have any archers, so I can kind of be... What I'm worried about is devils running in. Why can't I click on these? What I'm worried about is devils running in and murdering all my mages. That is exactly what I'm worried about. But this should be pretty solid. I don't think he has anything that can come out and mess with this. All right, boys. It's been real. I'll see you next time.